welcome to the premiere show of Transforming Detroit. And I am your host, Dr. Princess Adelia. Today, we are going to have an absolutely awesome time with a very special guest. I want to welcome you to Transforming Detroit, as our mission and purpose here is to inspire you and also to empower you to the understanding that transformation, it is so for you. And I want you to get ready for a transformation in your life, in the life of our youth, in the life of our communities, in the life of our world. There's so much that's going on around the world that is not too favorable. But you know what? There's a new day in town. We're taping live right now downtown Detroit in its beautifully transformed state, and I'm truly excited. I want you to be excited. Today, we're kicking off our premiere show with the awesome guest, Mr. Herbert J. Strather himself, who has a very powerful story as a young child, and he has grown up to do exactly what he visioned. And that's what this is all about, visioning as the source of transformation for you. We'll be right back after this.
Grace has some pretty stellar arms, like Serena Williams good, but her face is pretty disgusting.
Someone please tell him to go back into his closet and leave us alone.
Britney's face is so stupid and I hate her so much. It's like a scientist created her in a lab to annoy humanity and didn't even do that good of a job.
Megan reminds me of a troll doll that came to life intent on killing us with her stupidity.
Why is Grace's head so big? It definitely has nothing to do with how smart she is and probably everything to do with how bloated she is.
He's so funny. Just kidding. Who would find this disfigured flamingo funny?
Never post a selfie of yourself. You look so ugly.
The only reason you have so many views is because we think you're a freak and we can't look away.
Megan is the main reason that the world sucks so much.
I would rather get cancer than listen to another Trevor Moran song.
You are a mistake. You should have never been born.
Drown yourself in a shallow puddle, please.
Wow, I hope she's sterile.
These really stopped being funny a long time ago.
You're so much more than the things that people say about you.
Those people have no right to say cruel things to you to make themselves feel better.
It's okay that you sound different than everyone else.
That's what makes you so special.
We will not tolerate it.
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 Every day, people make me feel like I stand out simply because of the way that I look.
Every day people make me feel small.
Every day I face the cruel words of bullying.
And every day people tell me that I'm brave for enduring this humiliation.
But we're not the brave ones.
It's the ones that say no to the bullying.
The witnesses.
If we all join together, there's nothing that we can't do.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
When we see bullying online,
We will let the world know that we're going to take action with the I.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
Our actions will overpower cruel words.
I am a witness.
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 There is power in words.
But it's nothing compared to the power of the actions that we put behind our words.
Visit eyewitnessbullying.org to learn more.
I am a witness, and so are you.
I'm gonna stand by you.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Dr. Princess Adelia, and you are watching Transforming Detroit in case you've just tuned in. Today, we are very excited to have a very special guest. I'm very excited to have this very special guest, Mr. Herbert J. Strather, expert urban developer who has accomplished successfully over $2 billion in transactions right here in the beautiful Detroit, Michigan. Today, we are going to talk about, have a little discussion with Mr. Strather on his life's journey, how his vision came into fruition. Welcome to the Transforming Detroit.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adelia. It's wonderful being on your show once again, you know.
Yes. It's a new day.
It is a new day. It's a new year. It's a great opportunity. It's Detroit. It's just a wonderful place, you know.
Yes, yes. And before we get into the life, the journey of Mr. Strather, what do you think about this beautiful new space here in Detroit?
Oh my God. I mean, it's happening right before our very eyes. And ironically, you know, transforming is a good word right now, you know, because we're absolutely, we're going through that right before our very eyes, what we've waited our whole life for. You know, it's happening.
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
And people got to be able to deal with it. It's bringing tremendous value to our city. You know, when you think about the worst area of our city, which we used to call Cass Corridor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Before you wouldn't want to run out of gas, just a few years back.
Absolutely.
Now commands north of $2 a foot, per square foot, per month rent. There's no area in the entire state of Michigan, except downtown Birmingham, could you possibly approach that. Just think about that. Isn't that something?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And now it's going to be sweeping through our neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
We'll say that.
Well, I'm very, very excited of what's going on. And I want to empower our youth. I mean, I'm telling you, Herb, I really believe that the key to the transformation of our communities. Now, we're seeing what's happening in Detroit. But now let's talk about our communities.
The neighborhood,
The Detroit neighborhood.
Outside of downtown.
That's right. And your story is very, very profound because you were raised in the neighborhood and you had a dream. Let's talk about who was Herbert J. Strather on Herbert Street.
I'm Herbert from Herbert Street. I'm the developer from the hood. You understand?
That's right, from the hood.
I remember once DTE gave me an award, you know, and I told him I was the developer from the hood. That's how I started off. Just introduced me right, you know.
That's right.
So it's been a wonderful experience, you know, growing up on Herbert Street. Those of you who know where Herbert Street is, you know, it's like Warren and Scotton area. You know, although I was born on Mack and Mount Elliott on the corner where the gas station is, my family moved on the west side. So I'm Herbert from Herbert Street. And I stuttered, you know, I was a C- student on a good day. And, you know, I was poor, you know, we got set outdoors once, you know, it was awful. Everybody gathered around, started talking, you know, and it was embarrassing, you know, and I remember once saying, if I ever get out of this place, you understand, I'm coming back, redeveloping. I noticed when people did better, they would move out of the community into these beautiful little street names like Cherry Lawn, Rose Lawn.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ooh.
Oh, that was the suburb. That was like the suburb.
I was just thinking Rose Lawn, that must have roses, you know. But they never would come back.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm coming back. So I made it at an early age. I said, I don't want to grow up. First, I want to represent me, the kids. Because adults to forget about us, right?
That's right.
That's one. And then I said, I'm going to come back and redevelop my community. And so my community has become the greater Detroit community. In addition to where I was born, I'm going back right on the street right there. I'm still committed to developing Herbert Street, y'all. Watch out.
So when you were on Herbert Street, though, what I love about your story is that you had a dream that you were going to make millions and you were going to give back your first million invested back into Detroit, and someone told you that wasn't possible. Let's go back there for a second.
Well, you know, it's, well, you know, that is true. My pastor, I used to argue with him about me wanting to be rich. He was explaining to me how that's not possible, Herb. You know, it's harder, you know, to do that than a camel to go to the eye of a needle. So finally he relented and gave in. He says, okay. His name is Dr. Charles Jennings. He was the dynasty of a great Jennings family, you know, which I love. We grew up together. But that was the uncle then, you know. But he relented and he put his arms around me and told me I can do it. It's going to be hard. But I was fighting hard when I was a little kid. Go, why can't I be rich? What is this? You understand? Are you serious? You understand what I mean? So I always wanted to be wealthy, you know. But I had this burning desire to help my community. Really, what I wanted to be is a philanthropist more than anything in the world. I want to give away millions of dollars. You know, one of the greatest things of all, I've built 145 Optimist Clubs. You know, 145. That's more than anybody in the world. And I was one of the founders of the Optimist Youth Foundation of Detroit, which we've given away 2,900 scholarships.
Wow. Now listen, the Optimist, some people may not understand what the Optimist is. Now the Optimist is a very, very profound youth organization that is known internationally,
yes.
And they invested in you.
They, in fact, did. They had an oratorical contest. I stuttered very badly. I was in speech therapy, so I won the oratorical contest. Well, I lost first, then I kept going, and then I won. And then I kept winning, and then I won the school contest, the club contest, the region contest, and I went to what was the district. It was only 5 of us. In other words, I beat out 2,000 people so far. It was down to 5. So I didn't win, but I came in second. But I did win because I won a new view of life. I became the class president. Now look, I didn't even have the grades. You understand? But I became class president. I wanted to be the president of everything. I believe I just wanted to do it. So that was so profound, so I had to give back. So giving back, building Optimist clubs, all communities need Optimist clubs. It saved my life. And you know what? I plan to run for president of Optimist International next year.
And you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
We're going to, later on in the show, we're going to talk about the whole process of the community development that is going on and how it collaborates with the vision that you had. You represent so many other young people who have, we actually, Bountiful Group, we go into these schools, and you're a part of that. We go and do these transformation assemblies, and you stand in front of thousands, you tell them your story, and they look at someone like you, and at first, some of them may say, man, I can't do that. But then they hear your story, and I love how you go, I couldn't stutter. I used to stutter too. I don't think I've ever told anybody that. But I used to stutter too. My famous thing was C. I must have said it a million times all the time. But it was great to know when I met you, that was something that was so profound. Here's someone, a little kid, had a dream. He was poor, and he did it when everyone, or people couldn't have imagined how you've done it. Wonderful, wonderful. When we come back, we're going to talk about what you're doing now for the community and its development. And we thank you so much.
Thank you.
Listen, don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Herb Strather. I'm the chairman of Strather Academy, Strather Associates. And at Strather Academy, it has been a good year. 2015 has been a good year. This is the end of the year, and this is the time of the holiday season, and I hope that you have been blessed as well. Now, some of us have had difficult times with our homes, challenging times, and if you're one of those persons who may be in foreclosure or who have lost your home, I've got some really, really great news for you. And that is that it may be the best thing that ever happened to you. We realize these are still challenging times, and some of you may have slipped behind in your mortgage payment. It may be pending foreclosure, or it may be in the pipeline to be foreclosed, or it may have already happened. Your home may be already foreclosed. But don't start packing and don't move, because I got some great news for you. There are programs that exist right now that will help you to stay in your home. And we're working with the banks and the lenders and the sheriff's sale, and we're helping our homeowners not only keep their home, but save their home by short selling the mortgages and them ending up with a balance and a mortgage payment that they can afford. So if you're one of those homeowners, look up. Look up. There's help on the way, and this could be one of the best things that ever happened to you. You may have the opportunity to get your home back for pennies on the dollar, because when the smoke clears, you will owe a smaller balance on your home, and you will have payments that you can afford. Just contact us today at 313-444-9691. We're here to keep you in your home.
Well, welcome back. You are watching Transforming Detroit, And I am your host, Dr. Princess Adelia, and we are here live with expert urban developer Herbert J. Strather from Herbert Street. Herbert from Herbert Street. I love your story. That is just amazing, and I'm so happy that you stay focused on your vision, and now you are right here today in the heart of the transformation that's going on in Detroit, and you are center to this entire piece. You have invested, you are buying within the community and actually transforming the community through the redevelopment, educating, etc. Come on, tell me. Let's talk about it.
I've had a dream life, just a fabulous life. To start off with nothing. So, in 2010, let's say 2008, I had maybe $70 million. Okay. By 2011, I had a minus $20 million.
I'm telling you.
Because I was mostly developing in Detroit. I don't do things outside Detroit. Whichever way Detroit went, fine. But you know what I said? I got on Mason Radio and I said, you know what? I've been to this movie before. And I'm going to redevelop it. I'm going to get all my money back. I'm doing it in full public view. So I really love being able to demonstrate to people and to let people know. I mean, you could be having a difficult time, but it could be the best, greatest opportunity in your life. If you're having a foreclosure right now, and you're in foreclosure, that's good news possibly. That could be great news. Call me. For sure, we'll run a number for you.
That's right.
But the thing is that it's been a great metamorphosis. All of the people who've been in trouble have been able to buy their property for 10 cents on the dollar, either through foreclosures, through short sales, but it's just been amazing. And those who have skills have been able to accumulate a lot of money right now because there's so much buoyancy in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. Detroit have the best values in the world by definition, and we're seeing it transform before our very eyes. Now what we have to do as a community is get together and develop our community because it's going to get developed.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Absolutely.
It is going to get developed. Don't go down in Midtown and all of that. That's great. But how about Northwest Detroit? How about Northeast Detroit? Block clubs. You get involved.
Yeah.
We're trying to look at the big picture. And one of the things that we're doing now, Dr. Adelia, is take back the day.
Yep.
TakeBackTheDay.com, because this is a negative thing. I got to park for a minute and say, wait a minute. I'm going to have to stop the scrappers and the thieves that's ripping us off. Because how can we develop? Who want to come in here and they're going to get their air conditioners ripped right off?
Well, you know what? This is what I'm very, very proud to be a part of that history as the director for this time. We've had a fun time for the last year and a half, 2 years.
We put it together.
And we put it together.
Now, the
and now
community,
it's
we
done.
haven't really rolled it out yet. But Detroit,
it's right. The city ordinance
really
is getting ready.
But Detroit, we got something really fabulous going on. We're rolling out TakeBackTheD.com. Yes. And Princess, you're the director. We've got to stop the scrappers and the thieves from ripping us off so businesses can flourish here.
Yes.
Right now, we have a major problem, especially the business owners. So we're going to have an incentive, a snitch fund. How about that?
Yeah,
the snitch
reward fund. And every time we mention that to somebody, they just look like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
I like it. And you can tell everybody you can get paid some of it immediately. Just tell us who's ripping us off.
That's right.
You understand? We have to disincentivize the scrappers. We give you, if you want to be, I got a lot of scrapping I want, call me. I give you some big time jobs, and you can
That's
do it
what
and
they
have
need.
it.
But you know what? That's what they need. I was thinking about that.
But they're going to do it free. You can get paid free. You're going to want to do it free. You can do it. Get your scrapper's license. Get your scrapper's license. Mm-hmm. We're encouraging legislation right now that requires you to have a scrapper's license to do any scrapping, even a one-day deal. Even a one-day deal. But if we get together as a community, we can pull it off. We have been very successful with the help of Councilman Scott Benson and the other council people, by the way.
That's right.
To pull off the
Sergeant Rebecca McCain.
Yes, the CB Radio Patrol
is
money
approved.
Is approved. We could take this money and put up street lights and have cameras. Attach cameras and be reimbursed. This money's not even spent.
No, but we're not supposed to tell. That's the ongoing sting operation, okay? They don't know.
No. Communities. Form radio, CB radio patrols. If
Yeah.
you do that, you qualify to put cameras up that can be monitored by everybody who have a computer on your block. It won't cost you a lot of money. This is good news.
We have some excellent, and you know what's so wonderful? I'm so proud of, I'm very proud of this whole experience because our youth, they have dreams, but they're living in blighted communities, and it's making their vision very clouded.
Well, you know what?
They're like, look, nobody's paying attention
We
to
need
us.
the youth to get involved. I bought
Yeah.
my first house at 18 from FHA, and your mother, as long as she will sign as your legal guardian, you can do it. You may be working at McDonald's, you may be working somewhere, and you have a job, you can take and buy a house. Get involved. By the time I was 21, I had 3 or 4 houses. Our young people have got to get involved, and we got to do it now.
And you know what? Before we go to break, I have to say this. You also invested, and that was actually highlighted on a partner station here in Detroit, where they highlighted the story of how you partnered with a community organization, Bountiful Opportunities Group, and you coached them. They were young kids.
Absolutely.
18 to, well, actually it was 17 to 22 years
And they
of
bought
age, and
real estate,
they bought
made money.
4 properties and a park.
Right, if y'all don't want to
That's
do it, send your kids. StratherAcademy.com. And we're going to be starting up this year in February, so go there and register for the classes. We can only take so many. But if you don't want to get involved, send your kids.
That's right. Well, listen, we are going to be right back after this. I can't believe this time. You know, they said funny how time flies in it. All right, y'all. I know. That's just me. So, look, we'll be right back after this for our final words. Tell your neighbors and your friends. You will inspire in the next 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you, everyone.
That one man could change the world.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
I'm telling you, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been absolutely awesome, and we're going to wrap it up. I want you to stay tuned because I want you to hear what Herb has to offer you, and then I'm going to leave you with an inspiring word as well.
Well, for the sake of time and in summary, Detroiters, we got to get involved in redeveloping our community, and all of us got a role to play. And I got 3 great suggestions. If you're retired, you're a resourceful retiree, and you want to help, then you can join the Optimist Club. You know, that's Michigan.org, MichiganOptimist.org. Go right there. Or maybe you want to get involved in redeveloping the community. You could take and help and not have to be a landlord. You could take and hold the mortgages on discounted mortgages, for example, for homeowners who maybe cannot get a mortgage but can buy their house back for 20 cents on the dollar. You have a safe, secure return. Maybe you can get involved in that, like Strather Academy. Come and find out how to do that. And those who want to really fight for the community and be an advocate and make it a safe environment for us to prosper and for our kids to grow up, then go to Take Back the D, TakeBackTheD.com, and contribute and help us win this battle against those that would take away our valuables. Thank you.
Oh, it's just been awesome. And what's the number that they can call?
313-444-9691.
There it is. Well, I want to thank you as your host, and I also want to thank our key sponsors for today, Take Back the D, advocating for our community, and of course, this show is brought to you by the nonprofit organization Bountiful Opportunities Group. I want you to get online, and I'm going to give you a little gift. I want you to get online. You can't see this, or maybe my camera people can like ream it in. Right here, I want you to go to IamTransformingDetroit.com. I want you to download and print the transformation vision for Detroit, because I want you to say it every day. And I want you to get your vision boards / marching banners together for the event, the Global Transformation Tour Detroit Transformation Vision March and Rally that will be taking place on October 22nd, 2016. So I want you to get ready. You align with Detroit, and we're going to align with you wherever you are. And then I want you to email me, and all of the contact information is right there on IamTransformingDetroit.com. And I want you to wear your bracelet, and it's going to say #Transformation It Is So. And it's going to have the little logo, Transforming Detroit. Let me share something with you. If you desire change, you must first celebrate in advance while knowing that it is so. In 2010, we launched the movement of the global movement of transformation in Detroit, downtown. And guess what has happened? It has certainly transformed. I know that transformation, it is so for you. I love every last one of you. Remember, I am transforming Detroit, and so are you. See you next week.
Hi, I'm Herb Strather. I'm the chairman of Strather Academy, Strather Associates. And at Strather Academy, it has been a good year. 2015 has been a good year. This is the end of the year, and this is the time of the holiday season, and I hope that you have been blessed as well. Now, some of us have had difficult times with our homes, challenging times, and if you're one of those persons who may be in foreclosure or who have lost your home, I've got some really, really great news for you. And that is that it may be the best thing that ever happened to you. We realize these are still challenging times, and some of you may have slipped behind in your mortgage payment. It may be pending foreclosure, or it may be in the pipeline to be foreclosed, or it may have already happened. Your home may be already foreclosed. But don't start packing and don't move, because I got some great news for you. There are programs that exist right now that will help you to stay in your home. And we're working with the banks and the lenders and the sheriff's sale, and we're helping our homeowners not only keep their home, but save their home by short selling the mortgages and them ending up with a balance and a mortgage payment that they can afford. So if you're one of those homeowners, look up. Look up. There's help on the way, and this could be one of the best things that ever happened to you. You may have the opportunity to get your home back for pennies on the dollar, because when the smoke clears, you will owe a smaller balance on your home, and you will have payments that you can afford. Just contact us today at 313-444-9691. We're here to keep you in your home.